兄弟姐妹，
Brothers and sisters,
让我们来听一个真实的故事。
let us hear a true story.
有一个 gentleman， 有一个男人
There was a gentleman
叫做维里，
named Wesley.
他的孩子跟他的太太都上教会去参加烛光礼拜了。
Both his children and wife had gone to church to celebrate Christmas Eve, candlelight service.
他没有一起去，
He did not go
因为他是一个不相信圣诞节的人。
because he was one who did not believe in Christmas.
他认为圣诞节并没有特殊的意义，
He didn't believe that Christmas had any special meaning.
他甚至认为圣诞节是个骗局。
In fact, he thought Christmas was all a lie.
他从来就不相信教会在说的道成肉身。
He never really believed what the church taught about the incarnation, about the flesh, the word that became flesh.
上帝怎么会变成人？
How in the world could God become human?
这对他来讲是非常荒唐的一个想法。
He thought this was entirely ridiculous.
所以他现在自己一个人在家，
So now he was at home alone,
坐在客厅里，坐在摇椅上摇，看报纸。
comfortably in his living room, sitting in his rocker, reading the paper.
没有多久，外面就开始下雪了。
Not long after, it began to snow outside.
他走到窗户旁边，看到下雪的样子，
So he walked to the window and looked at the scene of the falling snow.
雪越下越多了。
It came down heavier and heavier.
他觉得圣诞节下雪真的是不错。
And he thought, wow, it's snowing at Christmas is kind of nice.
哇，大地一片的雪白，
Everything, the whole landscape is beautifully covered in white.
圣诞红是这么的红，
And poinsettias are such red next to that white.
跟圣诞老公公的红色衣服也很相配。
And it really does match Santa Claus's red outfit.
然后他就回到火炉旁边的摇椅，继续的看报纸。
So he returned to the fireplace and sat down in his rocking chair and continued reading the newspaper.
不久，他听到客厅的窗户那边有碰撞的声音，
But not long after, he began to hear a knocking happen at his living room window.
起初他以为是邻居的小朋友在玩丢雪球，丢到他的窗户了。
At first, he thought it must be his neighbor's children outside playing with snowballs, and those balls had hit his windows.
但是砰砰砰的声音一直持续着，
But the pong 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 sound continued and did not stop.
所以他就去看到底发生什么事
So
了。
he went to investigate and find out what exactly was happening.
原来是有一些鸟真的乱飞来飞去的。
What he found was and discovered was that there were birds hitting up against his windows.
这些鸟呢，就朝着这些有亮光的窗户，在那边想要去碰撞这些窗户，然后想要飞进来躲避那个风雪。
The birds were going towards the light, kept wanting to come into the light and the warmth, and so they hit the windows repeatedly.
他看了之后，他心生恻隐之心，他可怜这些鸟，
His heart was moved to compassion by this scene.
他不想要这些鸟死在风雪当中
He，didn't want the birds to die in the cold out in the snow.
他就想办法想要引导这些鸟，然后想要把它引导到他房子外面那个仓库里面。
So he began to think, how can I possibly lead these birds to the shed in my backyard?
所以他就穿上很厚的外套
So，he put on his very heaviest coat,
穿上他的雪靴，
put on his snow boots.
然后走到这个外面去打开仓库的门，
So he went out to his yard and opened the door of his shed,
把里面的灯全部都打开。
turned on all the lights in the shed.
但是那些鸟并没有跟过来，
But the birds did not follow.
还在那边碰那些窗户，
They continued to bump against the window.
然后他就学着鸟叫的声音，
So he thought, I will learn some bird calls and call out like a bird.
然后用手这样子，来呀，你们这些鸟，
And used his hand to wave them over.
他们也没过来。
But they did not come.
他想我到厨房，他就到厨房拿了一些面包，
So he had the idea, oh my goodness, I'll go to the kitchen and I'll get some bread.
把它弄成这样子碎片，
And I'll break them into crumbs.
把它撒在这个仓库的外面，
And I'll put them outside the door of the shed
然后里面也有。
and lead them into the inside and scatter some there.
他想用食物来吸引这些鸟
He
过来，
wanted to use food to attract the birds over.
但是这些鸟一点反应都没有。
But the birds had no reaction.
他觉得他已经试了所有的方法，
And so he thought, my goodness, I've tried everything I possibly can.
没有效果。
And I have no effect on the
他
birds.
觉得非常的无奈，非常的挫折。
And he thought, oh my goodness, I'm so frustrated and I feel so helpless.
他想，
He thought,
如果我能够变成小鸟，
what if I could become a bird?
即使只要几分钟就好，
Even if just for a few minutes.
我能够用讲小鸟讲的话，
Then I could actually speak their language and sing like a bird.
然后了解他们在想的事情，
And really understand how they are thinking in this moment.
这样我就可以把他们引到仓库这边来，
In this way, I can bring them over from the window to the shed.
这样他们就能够得到拯救了。
And then they will be safe.
正他这样想的时候，
Just as he had this thought,
圣诞节午夜的钟声，教堂的钟声响起来了。
the bells of the church from Christmas Eve sounded.
这钟声像电流一样的击中他的心，
And the sound of the bells were like electricity felt in his heart.
他站在那里就僵住了。
And he froze in his place.
当他明白过来的时候，
When he came to,
他发现他的双脚瘫软，他跪在雪地上。
he discovered that he had no feeling in his legs and they softened and he knelt to pray in the snow.
他说
He said,
上帝呀、
Oh God,
我现在才了解
I only now understand
你为什么要变成人。
why you became a human being.
上帝是个灵，
We know that God is a spirit.
我们人的眼睛无法看见，
Our human eyes cannot see God.
我们的耳朵常常也听不清楚他的声音。
And our ears cannot make clear the sound and the voice of God.
所以他差遣他的独生子耶稣到这世界上来，
So God sent his only son, Jesus, to this world
成为人的样子，跟我们一样，
to become a human being, to look like us,
住在我们当中，
and to live amongst us,
让我们真的是听到他讲的话，
so that we can truly hear his words,
讲我们听懂的话。
because he is speaking a language that we can understand.
我们也真的看到他所做的事情，
And we can witness and see the things that he does.
所以我们了解他的用意，了解他的计划。
And we can understand his purpose and intention as well as his plan.
他是用他在世上的日子，
He used his time here on earth
慢慢的教导我们，
to slowly teach us
他怎么样来拯救我们。
what is the path of salvation.
这就是道成肉身的道理跟它的意义。
This actually is what it means for the word to become flesh, for incarnation, the principle and the meaning of it.
兄弟姐妹们，
Brothers and sisters,
在这个季节里，或许你听过一句话
perhaps you have heard this phrase during the season.
：“Jesus is the reason of the season。”
Jesus is the reason for the season.
就是说，耶稣是这个季节存在的一个主要的原因。那这句话在提醒世界上的人，提醒我们，
This phrase reminds the world as well as us.
我们在圣诞节一切的庆祝、一切的活动，
All of the celebrations that happen now during Christmas time in this season
都是因为我们非常的高兴，我们非常的感谢耶稣基督道成肉身来拯救我们的这样子的一个爱。
is rooted in our gratitude and joy in the love of Christ that came to us in this time.
不是因为得到礼物，
It's not because we've received presents.
不是因为要放假了。
And it's not because we can take vacation.
所以兄弟姐妹们，
So brothers and sisters,
我们领受这份爱，
For us to accept and receive, experience this love,
我们一定同时要记得，
we must remember at the same time
耶稣基督吩咐我们要把他这样子的一个爱传给不知道的人。
that Jesus instructed and even commanded us to share this love with others.
但是重点是，
And the point is,
我们有没有对这些我们想要传达这好消息的人，用他们懂的话来讲呢？
have we used a language as we try to share His love, a language that others can actually understand?
我们对他们讲的话有没有道成肉身呢？
Have our words and our actions actually become flesh for them
真的他们可以了解？
so that they can deeply understand and relate?
我们刚刚听到约翰福音书的经文，
We just heard a passage from the Gospel according to John.
约翰福音书的作者
The writer of this Gospel,
他用了道这个字，
he used the Greek word logos.
那这个字是个希腊字哈，
This is a Greek word.
他用向希腊人借用这个字来向希腊人介绍上帝。
He had borrowed this term, this concept from Greek in order to introduce the concept of God to the Greeks.
因为在希腊人的观念当中，
Because in Greek culture,
这个道这个字，
this idea of logos,
这是整个宇宙世界的背后的那股控制的能力。
there was the understanding that behind the universe and the cosmos, there was a guiding, controlling force, which was the logos.
这个最高的能力是用来维持宇宙世界的秩序的。
This controlling energy controlled all of the balance and ways of the cosmos.
所以这个是约翰福音书的作者，他是想要这样子努力。
This was the hard work of the writer of the Gospel of John seeking to make clear God to the Greeks.
对，想要用他们了解的语言的观念来向他们介绍神是怎么样的神。
To use a concept that was familiar to the Greeks to make the introduction.
那我们呢？
How about us?
我们可以从这里学习到什么呢？
What can we learn from John?
我们说的话有没有道成肉身呢？
Have the words that we used towards others become flesh?
有没有我们的教会的事工有没有道成肉身，真的去到我们社区的人们那里呢？
Have the ministries of our church become flesh for the neighborhood that we are in and the community that we participate in?
我们有没有把我们的信仰转化成具体的行动？
Have we turned our faith that we have in our hearts, have we turned them into concrete actions?
可以见到的行动，
Things that other people can witness and see.
来帮助别人去体会耶稣的爱。
To enable other people to experience the love of Christ.
如果我们对社会上所发生的事情，
If our attitude towards what happens in our community and society,
如果对人们碰到的困境我们都不关心、不闻不问，
if our attitude towards the struggles of others, of our neighbors, is one of not caring,
我们觉得世界上发生的事情都是世俗的事情，
if we think that what's happening in the world is something different, irrelevant to the spiritual life, but of the world only,
跟我们的灵命没有关系，
has no impact on our spiritual life,
我们不关怀也不帮忙，
if we don't care and we have no impetus, desire to help and make a difference,
如果我们是这样的话，
if this is the way we are,
我们的事工就还是停留在我们教会的围墙里面。
then all that we do and all the ministries that we have as CCUMC will come to a full stop at the borders of our walls.
我们事工没有办法碰触到社区的人们的生命，
They will remain inside the walls, unable to touch the lives of those beyond them,
让我们的事工也是没有道成肉身的。
and ensure that our ministries here have not taken on flesh.
所以在耶稣圣诞的这一天，
So on this day of Christmas,
我们作为受救赎的一个团体，我们的教会，
for those of us who are within the church, those of us who call ourselves the church, those of us who are redeemed,
我们高兴，但是同时我们要立志，
at the same time that we are filled with joy, we must also come to the place of commitment,
让耶稣基督道成肉身的爱，
a commitment that God's love, Jesus' love, becomes flesh.
能够超越教会的围墙，
And that it goes far beyond the walls of our church
去到人们那边，
and lives amongst the people.
这才是圣诞的真正的意义。
This is the true meaning of Christmas.
阿们。
Amen.